Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Dr. Kaur, Binal,
Good
Deepa,
morning.
Renuka, Nandini. Nandini is joining. Many of people messaged me. Yeah, hi, Renuka. So they'll be watching the recording, some or other engagement. So, yes. How are you doing, Deepa? Fresh?
Yes, much pressure. I was very sleepy yesterday. I think I was
Yes.
tired from the week.
Hmm.
So अभी थोड़ा catch up हो गया.
अभी मुमताज का कैट जो है ना उस he got hurt. तो ये गले में कोई लड़ाई हुआ होगा बिल्लियों के बीच में, तो गले में एक पूरा वुंड हो गया है. So we were observing since morning, मतलब from last 2-3 days he didn't eat anything. Whatever was being offered, he outright rejected, even water. Yesterday, the whole day, he did not take water. This morning, so he just went to a corner of the house and just slept throughout the day in a dark space. Now, today morning, he got up, came out of that corner and had water, a lot of water. And then did not take any food like milk or anything we offered, did not. Then on the he is throughout the day till now he is in the garden and he's just shifting his place, sleeping in the garden, but shifting his place in accordance to the sun. That's beautiful. Like we could have captured the video or picture perhaps, but I'll just share. Like first he chose a place where the sun was coming, the soothing sun, so completely in the sun. Then after some time he shifted as the sun shifted. Then he kept his head out of sun, but the body in the sun. So categorically, absolutely, that head is out of the sun and the full body is in the sun. Then now, when I just came up for the session, I saw that he has shifted completely from the sun, but in outside, so that the impact of the sun is coming to him, but he is comfortably sleeping. Let's see if he gets recovered. The wound is very deep, it seems. Anyway, so Muntaj is a bit
Our
upset.
dog, we have a small dog. So he was bitten by a street dog near our house. He went out and he's very small. So the street dog really bit him deep. So it was nothing visible from, because he has that black hairs.
Fur.
Nothing was visible. We thought nothing has happened. Then he came back. So over a few days, swelling formed in that area. It was in towards his back area. So it was somewhat swollen. Then I thought, what is it? It was like, balloon sort of thing developing. Then subsequent days, the wound opened and pus came out. And a lot of pus came out. So, and moreover, on those days, he was very quiet and sitting, eating very less, also feverish. So first I tried to remove as much pus possible, but he wouldn't allow. Subsequently, whatever pus was coming, he was licking.
It was licking, yes.
Yeah, it was licking whatever, whenever he feels there is something is coming out, he would lick it.
Acha, lick it. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So he wouldn't allow me to take out the pus. One, because first time it came out in a burst, I took out by pressing that wound. But subsequently, it kept on coming little by little. He would lick it.
Okay.
And slowly, then he would sit outside in the sun and relax there. And now the wound is totally healed. Means they without any education, they know what to do, when to do.
Yeah, that's what is the natural movement
Yeah.
we can observe.
They do not want actually any interference.
Yes.
They
Great. So Renuka, how are you doing? Not sure. Renuka, is it okay? Audio, video at your end? And how is the audio video, Deepa and Pinal? You are seeing on the projector, right?
Yeah, it's quite actually much more relaxing because it's
Bigger screen.
Yes. And not as impactful on the eyes.
Yeah, hi. I'm sitting.
Yes,
Sorry,
Renuka.
No, I'm sitting in the sun and the screen's gone black. So for me to turn on again, it takes some time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's all good, clear.
Great. Nandini is traveling.
To know.
Yeah, Binal?
Yes, I'm going to our farms in Garmukteshwar.
How far is the travel?
It's about an hour and a half. So.
Yeah, Binal, you were saying something.
Dr. Kaur mentioned about this pus being leaked by the dog, and day before yesterday, Deepa was mentioning about the menstrual blood of the dog being leaked by the dog. So aren't these generally toxins in a way, and why would one then put it back into the system? Is where I'm a little confused about.
So, yeah, any reflection, Dr. Kaur?
Yeah, even the menstrual blood, they leak it as and when it comes out. And I was wondering, because this pus was there, why would he lick it? But every time it was coming, he would lick it. As if it's the natural thing. He wouldn't allow me to remove it. So, can't say. It's not just the toxins. There is other nutrient, blood, everything is there.
What is coming to my mind, I'm just inquiring that is it just the ingestion or the cleaning? The primary objective must be the cleaning, and the reliability goes to the individual, not the other person, whoever is claiming to be a caregiver. If the individual can clean by herself or himself, then it would do so. So objective could be the cleaning, not the ingestion. And that ingestion of
True.
yes.
That must be the objective.
So ingestion can be taken care of by the digestive system itself. Like through the stool, it will come out. That's what is coming to my mind when I observe this aspect. Anything else? Anybody? Yes,
When
Nandini.
he's licking, besides licking, he is also sort of cleaning it and scraping it off and, moving it, that part.
Yes. So that's the primary objective, it seems. Because it will definitely not lick anything and everything, but few things only, and primarily the food is being targeted. But here it shows that it's not a food because the body is throwing, but even though it is leaking for the purpose of cleaning, it seems. Yeah, Nandini, you were saying something.
Hello?
Yes, oh, 1 second. There's a bit of noise.
Yes.
There's a bit of noise here.
Yes.
I was saying that even the birth, after birth is eaten up by the female. There are other reasons to it also. It is not nutrients, I'm sure. What happens is this dog birth I have observed. And so it is actually why the female after delivering it does that is because it cannot reveal that there is new birth happening in that area, so that the other dogs who get the smell and all may come and harm the new puppies. So for that reason it is ingested, and then the female will go and of course pass it with the stool somewhere far away. So that is just to disguise. But I've also observed that in case of a dog being injured on the back, where the tongue is not going to reach, the back of so the tongue cannot reach there. That is very prone to the maggot wounds, and then the dog becomes really unwell and dies out also because of that. So this cleaning, like Dr. Kaur was mentioning, is actually helping in removing maggots if at all they would come, because wounds, you know it is that fly that lays its eggs in such wounds. So this constant licking is removing flies, and the egg laying that cannot take place. However, I've also observed that in cases of animals who are anyway weak and of that disposition, the maggot wound will become bigger, and the animal weakens, and that infestation and that thing happens and it dies out. So again, universal homostasis. But
Yes,
the
yes.
location of the wound is also of importance.
Yes, yes, yes. Here in this
The
cat,
head and the back is the place.
For this cat,
Where
it
its
is a
mouth is
difficult
not going to
place.
reach.
It's a difficult place. Here,
So
the
then
wound. So he's not able to
if
lick
the
it
wound is
also. Yeah.
then they can't. And then this is the place, the neck region is where another dog attacks this one when it's a territorial issue. It happens with my dogs all the time, because this is how they attack, and they pin down the other one, and it is that killing instinct. While chasing and all that, the bite may happen at the back or elsewhere, whatever the dog has grabbed at, and so the injury will be there. So one handles all different types of bites, but this particular one in the neck is to kill, basically. This is how they
Hi,
so it is
Shanta
maggots
ma'am.
also.
Yes, 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 yes.
Hi, sir.
Hi, how are you
Hi,
doing?
sir. Good morning. Yeah, good, good, sir. Good, good.
Yes, yes, yes. So, any reflection from yesterday's discussion or conversation? Anything which is, yeah. You were sharing that you have a lot of questions, so we can
Lot of
maybe.
confusions are there with respect to, placebo effect and all.
Yes, yes.
One question is, the brain or the mind is having so much of power, like where if it believes, then only the effect of medicine is going to be there in our body. Sometimes if we consume any medicine unknowingly, at that time also there will be effect of medicine. So whether the placebo effect has to be there when the medicine effect has to act on the body, or how it is.
So, so when we took the reference of the placebo and nocebo effect, it is not under the purview of justifying placebo or nocebo. Those both the effects are in a way cheating the individual, because definitely we are lying the individual about the fact in both the cases, in placebo or nocebo. So the focus of mentioning these two aspects is identifying the tremendous capability of physiological domain of creating and producing the needful substance. The organisms do have the capability of transmuting and synthesizing. So these two terms need to be understood. Transmuting means converting anything into anything. Converting anything into anything, which is beyond our so-called scientific explanation. The body has got that capability.
One example, converting anything into everything.
Yes, yes. So mango we eat, that becomes kalyan.
Part of our body. Okay.
Yes, yes. So that's a transmutation. absolutely conversion of mango into human being.
Yes.
Whatever the food that we consume, that gets transmuted into the human body, or for that matter, any organism can do it and does it.
Okay.
So that's a transmuting capability. And synthesizing capability is another thing. For example, the primary elements that we ingest other than the food, radiation, air, water. These are the matters that we ingest in some or other way and synthesize in such a manner it becomes human body again. You know, so this is called synthesizing. Synthesizing means bringing all available elements and making and producing whatever is needed. So all the organisms do have this capability of transmuting and synthesizing. It's not only human being, but all the organisms. So yes.
I have
Now,
one more doubt.
no, but
Like,
repeat
what
your
about
question once again. Repeat your question once again. I just wanted to clarify the mentioning of placebo and nocebo. Now we'll come to your question. Repeat.
Yeah. My question is, with respect to placebo effect, so we have to have a knowledge that we have taken the tablet, and we need to have a belief that it works. Then only that positive action is going to take place. But suppose unknowingly, like if someone gives us some tablet, still that effect will be there in our body. How does it happen? Without our knowledge, without our belief, still the action of the tablet will be there in our body. Right?
Yeah, it's a chemical reaction. It's a simple chemical reaction.
Yeah, believing that this tablet works or not believing that this tablet will not work should not have any effect on the action of the tablet, no? In that context.
Okay, so you are saying that the chemical effect, how the chemical effect is overcome.
Yeah.
That's what you're asking. Yes.
No, that is not my question. Whether we believe it or not, still the effect of chemical will be there in our body. That is my argument. Because it is a chemical substance, still that effect will be there in our body.
So here the primary understanding needs to be looked at, that any external substance when we ingest, that time the body works on that substance, not the substance works on the body. So it's a product of reverse engineering, the medicine per se. It's a product of reverse engineering. What is the reverse engineering? That in the lab, it is preset, the effect is preset. So where the consideration of body chemical is very much pertinent. It is not the chemical which is being input, but where it is being input, that is also under the consideration while the lab test goes on. Are you able to comprehend this one?
Yes.
So the outcome is preset, and the chemical is chosen such a way that the outcome is achieved. Now the outcome here is the relief from the symptom. Now when we introduce that particular chemical into the body works on it, and as it was preset in the lab, it gives most of the time the outcome as expected or as preset. Now, in case of the belief element, the placebo or nocebo, the belief element brings a change in the energy layer of the individual. Where the energy layer, when we are saying energy layer, that means the domain where the body is working on the chemical. So the pattern of working on the chemical changes because of the belief. So we need to understand the primary working is happening by the body, not by the chemical.
Okay.
Are you able to comprehend this? If it is primarily driven by the external chemical that is being input, then a dead body also can be alive, can be made alive. which cannot happen. So all the time body works on the external input whatsoever, medicine or food, anything. Now there is a change in this working on because of the belief pattern. When we start believing that it will work, many times we see that it starts working. And when we don't believe that it will not, so we disbelieve that it will not work, as if it will not work, it will not work, because the working pattern is changed and the energy is allocated towards the realization of that belief. Yes, what are you saying?
Yeah, in that case, whether anything that we take, if we have a belief that it works, then it works according to placebo effect. It could be anything for that matter. If we believe that it works on our body, so it will work.
Yes.
So it all depends on the belief factor according to placebo effect, right?
Yes. That's true. That's true. But we are not justifying it. We are not justifying it. We are not saying that it is needed.
Okay.
Because we need to dive deep about the interpretation of something being considered as working.
Yeah.
Are you able to comprehend?
Yeah.
No. You need to go back to that. Can you share the comprehension, please?
I agree with you that the belief is actually influences the working of the tablet or whatever we take, and it plays a primary role and all. And you also said in one of the conversation now that body has the capacity to digest anything and make it part of our body. What about with respect to thoughts? I'm just out of curiosity, I'm asking, because this body, it is such a miraculous thing. We really don't have so much of knowledge about it. What about thoughts? If any thought comes, sometimes we get stressed and sometimes we just let it go. So how it is controlling the thoughts and all?
Yeah, we'll come there, ma'am. But the point that I was trying to bring upon is the whole discussion was around something working or not working. The placebo, nocebo, something working or not working. So I would like to bring our inquiry on the point of this interpretation of working. When we say something as working or not working whatsoever. Now, what do we mean by that? So we need to go deep into this aspect. Like, we are not justifying or encouraging placebo, nocebo, and belief here in this whole workshop or otherwise in the conversation of inquiry. What we are trying to understand that whatever we have concluded as working, does it be reversed? No. The working, the interpretation, the very interpretation of the working, does it have a ground to stand or not?
Okay.
So we have considered, this will work, or this is working, this is not working. So all these considerations are based on some aspect of working. Are you guys able to interpret what I am trying to bring upon here? Other Deepa, Binal, Dr. Kaur, Renuka, Nandini. The understanding of working. Can I question that understanding of working? That's a primary aspect in the process of inquiry. That whatever, so for example, let's bring some example here to comprehend it in a better way. Suppose I have tremendous headache and I pick up a pill considering that it will be acting on my headache and my headache will go off. So, and that is not a medicine. It is any pill, sugar pill, but I considered it. I believed that it will work, and it has worked. It has worked. My headache has gone. This is the phenomena that has happened to me. Now the question.
This may not happen for every person, person whose belief system is very, sensitive or very, I don't know.
Yes.
It doesn't happen for
That is,
everyone.
that is understandable. That is understandable. But
Only
we
for
need
very
to,
few people, it may happen. Placebo effect.
Yes. That's fine, ma'am. But the point of focus here is, it is working or not working. How does it matter? If because of that placebo or because of that medicine, it is working or not working as you are proposing for few people, how does it matter? If I make something working versus it is dissolving on its own, do we see the difference? If through anything we make something working, that means it is not working. That means it is not working. The body is not working. I am bringing a condition to make it work for that period of time momentarily. This is what is the separation of symptom.
Okay.
Unless naturally it moves and dissolves, how can we consider that it is working? That's the question I'm trying to bring upon. Are you able to comprehend, ma'am? Shanta ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So this deep understanding about the natural movement is the key for inquiry, which will unfold today. We'll go deeper into understanding the natural movement. So the natural movement is absolutely unconditional movement, which is happening naturally. If any movement we are trying to bring upon with any specific condition, per se planning, per se strategy, then how can it be a natural movement?
It is not.
Right. Yes, ma'am. Go on with your next question.
Yeah, that's all. A lot of things get clear. I had asked about the mind. You told you will come to that point later.
Yes.
Like some thoughts, if how it handles. That's my curiosity.
Yes.
How the mind handles.
So what is the exact question in respect to the thoughts you were asking?
Like the body has the capacity to digest anything that we take inside and make it part of our body. In that respect, how it handles thoughts. Like there could be positive thoughts or negative thoughts. Sometimes we get pressurized and we cry. All that. Why it is not having that spontaneous or natural capacity to handle it?
Yes.
Better way.
So first of all, handling. Handling of anything, be it a food or thought or whatsoever we call it. That handling needs energy. If we have optimum energy, then the kind of handling it will be the best or optimal handling. And that's what is the natural handling. No, when we work on the food or work on the thoughts or ideas or any perception for that matter, if we have optimal conserved energy, then the handling will be optimal. Can we understand this simple phenomenon? Now, when we say that body has the capability to digest the ingested matter, but the condition here is that the body should have optimal energy. Without energy, it will not happen. Like you will not be able to digest even the best of the fruits. If you have enough energy, then the iron also can be digested. That's a allegorical claim, but the meaning is that once you have optimal energy, the handling whatsoever, the food or thought is enough. Now coming to your question that how the thoughts are handled optimally, when the energy is optimal, how the thoughts are handled. Now thoughts are never believed. That's the handling of optimal energy, because it's dynamic and it's always going deeper and deeper on any aspect and every aspect without conclusion. When we go without conclusion, looking at the thoughts, proposal, perceptions, ideas at the deeper level, without appreciating it, without demeaning it. When we go deeper into the thoughts, then thoughts are handled better. Better means optimally. Are you able to comprehend?
Yeah.
When we conclude it, then the energy is zapped in that conclusion. Yesterday we were understanding that P3 to P2 loop is the conclusion. When we make that conclusion, the energy is zapped there. Now we are left with very less energy, and we are confused with the bombarded thoughts or information. Now today we'll try and understand how this process of inquiry works, so that we are free from the burden of belief or conclusions and go deep into every aspect. And as a byproduct, we have ample of conserved energy.
Okay.
To try and understand.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Hi, Dr. Dubey. Hi, Shankar.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. So we have 2 minutes left for this session. Yes, Shankar, you are traveling?
Morning, yeah. I'm
lot of sound.
Me too, sir, in emergency duty.
Okay, you are in chamber clinic.
Yeah. No. I am in BMCH at Government Medical Hospital on duty.
Okay, so you have to take a class or just be in the office?
No, I be in the office in POD room. If there is any emergency comes, then students look after me.
Okay. So this noise is coming from your end, it seems.
Yeah. Just I am muting it.
Okay. Great. I thought Shankar is traveling and the noise is from his end. Anyway, so I think just 1 minute is left, so we can just discuss anything, or we can reinitiate another session.
As you had discussed that working concept, so like suppose now I have a mild headache. Even a thought that it should be relieved, it need not be there, because it will work by itself.
Isn't that?
That is the best way to deal with it.
Isn't it? That's what I'm asking. Like, natural movement means it will go off on its own. If it is not going off, then that means naturally it is a thing to stay. If it is not going off,
means I am not further suppressing it and interfering with it more.
Yes. So just we need to ask ourselves, interfering, where it leads to. The interference, when we take up an interference, where it leads to, if we are asking. What happens, we started imagining solutions. So let's rejoin and explore together further.